Coming up,
The Prime Minister rang me and I accidentally missed the call.
the woman who ousted the opposition leader.
Was a really big surprise.
Ailey France's remarkable battle.
I was trapped between two cars.
Repeatedly overcoming hardship and heartbreak.
He said, do not make me the excuse for you not doing important stuff.
That's next on 60 Minutes.
There's one very good reason why the House of Representatives in Canberra is about to become a much better place. Ailey France. She's just won for the Labor Party the Queensland seat of Dickson, previously held for 24 years by now former Opposition Leader Peter Dutton. That alone means she's history-making, but it's not what makes her truly remarkable. 14 years ago to the day, in a freak car accident, she almost died, trying to save the life of one of her sons. Then early last year, she lost her other son after a battle with cancer. For many, there would be no coming back from tragedy like this. But not Ailey France. She knows her love for her boys is what will make her a great MP.
Like, this is how I take it on and off. Like, I use your regular, everyday tool.
To meet overnight political sensation Ailey France
That's my beautiful leg. Look at it.
is to encounter a woman who is always, excuse the pun, putting her best leg forward.
It's actually like my best friend.
A titanium masterpiece she marvels over.
I showed some kindergarten children, and the thing they love the most is this. Oh. They love the beeping.
The beeping!
They love the button. They say that I am part robot, and was I in the Transformers, and is that the, you know, and they love it. They're just so, can I have a robot leg? How did you get that?
Your leg shouldn't be like that.
14 years ago, Ailey lost her leg in a freak accident.
There we go. Do you want to do that too?
But to these kids, this bionic woman is too cool for school.
They see you as powerful. They see you as somebody who's different but powerful.
But you do feel powerful, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Last weekend, Ailey managed what many considered the impossible. The Labor Party member dethroning the king of the coalition, Peter Dutton, after his 24-year reign as the member for Dickson.
And I wish her all the very best, please.
In the history of Australian politics, beating an opposition leader to his seat has never been done before.
They said he was too popular, he was too well known, he had too much money. We'd never be able to compete with his big spending campaign. I was told that I didn't stand a chance. I took all of that in and went, yeah, nah.
Have you always been a yeah, nah kind of girl?
Yes. Yes. I have always been that person. I'm not afraid to fail. I love a challenge. And I do, if you fail, I do enjoy trying again and giving it another crack. They're polite, welcoming, just lovely.
Yeah. They don't stick the guard dogs onto you and chase you off their property.
No, I've never had that.
No, I would hope not.
No, but...
For 7 years, over 3 election campaigns, Ailey has taken on the Liberal juggernaut of Dutton. And as she has in the past, despite the physical toll of pounding the pavement, she knocked on as many doors as she could to talk about local issues.
I think people really want, craving a bit more human connection. I think they really value that.
The people of the Brisbane seat of Dickson have voted in a very unique politician in 51-year-old Ailey France. Not only does she never give up, she has endured so much. As her dad, Peter Lalor, a former Queensland Polly himself, has witnessed. Have you come across anyone tougher?
No. Maybe Cassius Clay or someone like that, or Muhammad Ali as he's known. But yeah, no, she's an example for all of us. You know, the softest part of her is her teeth.
That's a good line. You adore her, obviously.
Yep, very proud of her.
But Ailey would not be in politics if it wasn't for the freak accident in 2011 that almost took her life. She'd arrived at her local shopping centre with her youngest son, 4-year-old Zach, in his stroller. How clearly do you remember the events of 2011 in that car park, in that shopping centre?
Very clearly. It changed everything about my life. Everything.
Is it too difficult, too painful for you to recount the actual event itself?
No. I was standing at the lift of a shopping centre car park and I just heard this enormous screech. I had a split second to try and push Zach out of the way. And the car just took me. There was smoke everywhere because he still had his foot on the accelerator.
The elderly driver froze, with Ailey pinned between his car and another parked car.
I just remember screaming at him to get the car off me. I think I was screaming about Zach. Then 2 young men who were just, well, they were boys really, were just walking past and they stopped to intervene, which was just extraordinary.
Seeing Ali's face plastered on billboards everywhere. And
14 years on, those 2 young men can never forget what confronted them.
Holy!
You may have gotten a bit bigger.
Oh my God, you both have!
And Ailey will never forget their bravery.
Oh my gosh, so long.
Congratulations as well. It's a bit of...
Piecing it together for Ailey, Eric Simmons and Joe Osborne recount what they did.
We've sort of run around where the, I still remember the elevator and everything where it was. I saw you in the car and like between 2 cars then, but it just wasn't, my brain didn't put it together.
And then as soon as you got the car off, well then that was when all the blood.
yeah.
And one of you guys
You
did.
pretty much dropped straight down and I still remember catching you, but then seeing the blood.
What do I do? I got nothing. I was just standing there and Eric was trying to like talk to you and he just said, I don't know, make a tourniquet. So like, okay, singlet off and
Yeah.
do what I could, but
You both just saved my life that day.
Yeah, let's have another cuddle.
But there was another Good Samaritan on hand.
Hello.
This is a special call from Megan Brennan, who now lives in Townsville.
hi.
Look at... Oh my gosh, you're huge!
She was there on the day, just 19 and a new mum.
Your stroller got clipped onto the side mirror and went under the car.
Really?
She immediately stepped in, put her own baby on the ground to drag Zach to safety.
It was awful. You were so little.
Megan has never before shared the details of her rescue with the now 18-year-old Zach, who remarkably escaped unscathed.
Your mum was screaming your name. There wasn't a moment that day that she didn't think of you and that you weren't her absolute first thought, to her own detriment.
That's like the first time I've heard most of the story.
Oh, gosh.
Back in 2011, with her femoral artery severed and bleeding out, emergency doctors had no choice but to amputate Ailey's left leg. Out of time, they did so without anaesthetic.
I didn't feel any pain. I have a recollection of people standing over me, quite a lot of bright lights and things, but my brain essentially just shut down. You know, it was...
Thank God.
Yeah, I know.
How close to death were you, did they say?
Well, as close as anybody could be to death. it just was, she's dying, we just need to lop it off. That's what I was told.
That's brutal.
Yeah. And I don't think of it that way though, because I think I still kind of saw it as a net positive because Zach was okay.
But losing a limb was just the first setback. Coming up, how Ailey France triumphed after the greatest loss of all. No.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
I like to talk about him. He's just was an amazing kid.
The celebration of new Labor MP Ailey France continues.
Congratulations! Oh, fantastic! Nice! Oh my gosh, you're so.
The Dragon Slayer of Dixon, who last Saturday toppled Opposition Leader Peter Dutton from his Brisbane seat.
Oh really? I love my leg.
Today at her local shopping centre, the adoration runs high.
Thanks, darling. That's so fun.
The butcher,
Very exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
the baker,
Oh, thanks, honey. Thanks.
and while there's no candlestick maker, the local gym manager is also keen to congratulate her.
Thank you so much.
This is a victory made sweeter by the mountain of adversity she's had to overcome. 14 years ago, Ailey lost her leg in a freak accident. Years of mental torment and excruciating pain followed. Harder still was how differently people now saw her.
I went out to dinner for the first time after I lost my leg with my ex-husband, and a lady said to me, this is hard to say, but she said, "You've got such a pretty face. What a pity you're in a wheelchair." That just, yeah, that hit me really hard.
Rather than give in to despair and discrimination, a defiant Ailey instead became a world champion canoeist and a disability advocate, unaware of how her strength was yet to be really tested. In 2022, her eldest son Henry, her funny 18-year-old who lived and breathed politics, was diagnosed with leukemia.
We were told that he'd be cured, but everything that possibly could go wrong did go wrong for him. And I said to him, well, I won't be running in Dixon again. And he was just so angry about that. You know, he said, you have to do it. You have to do it. This is your time. You're going to win this. I can feel it. You're going to win this, Mum. You have to do this. He said, do not make me the excuse for you not doing important stuff. And this is important stuff.
He was wise and stoic beyond his years, but news his dad also had terminal cancer broke Henry. Ailey's ex-husband, Clive France, died in September 2023, while Henry was in hospital fighting for life. To lose his dad to cancer at that time when he was battling it himself, what did that do to Henry's hopes of overcoming the cancer?
It definitely had an impact on his mental health. Like one occasion after his dad passed, I found him, he'd basically tried to run away from the hospital. And I found him in the car park, just in a ball, just crying and saying, I don't want to do it anymore. It's too hard.
It's incomprehensible for you all.
Yeah, too hard.
In February last year, 5 months after his dad died, Henry succumbed to leukemia. Ailey searches for solace by visiting his bedroom. Do you think the hurt will ever ease?
No.
Do you want it to?
No. It's beyond anything you could ever imagine going through. You know, I think one of the things as a parent is just you fear that the further it gets away from the last time you hug them, and I don't want that connection to fade. It's you do as much as you can to hold it. So, yeah.
Is that why you've kept his room
Yeah.
the way it is?
Yeah, I go in there, I lay in it. It gives me the sense of him and his smell, what he loved. Always want that close to me. Mm. Sorry.
That's okay.
Mm.
There hasn't been one day of this campaign that I haven't thought of and missed my Henry. And I wish he was here.
You've experienced quite a lot of vitriol for speaking about Henry.
I have.
What have people said to you?
That I'm using my son for political purposes, that I'm disgraceful because I'm talking about him and I'm a candidate in politics, that I want sympathy. I'm only trying to get the sympathy vote. I'll never stop talking about Henry. Never. And I have no qualms about that. I'll never ever, the day I stop talking about Henry is the day I join him. And people can think of that whatever they will. I don't care.
Despite Henry's absence, election night was a family affair, with her dad Peter and surviving son Zach by her side.
Now, look at that.
That's a good photo.
In the days after their win, they were still pinching themselves over their extraordinary result.
What are you going to do when I go to Canberra?
Host some parties.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nah, I won't. I'll take good care of the house.
That would be good.
Yep.
But while business is now in Canberra, Ailey's heart and ambitions remain in the seat of Dixon. One might think, given everything you've experienced and dealt with in life, that politics is too trivial for you.
I think that's where you can make the most difference.
But that's it in its purest form. The slagging, the backbiting.
Yeah.
Isn't it all a bit silly for somebody who's faced what you've faced?
That type of stuff, it for me now has become like white noise. Since I've lost Henry, what's important has become just so incredibly crystal clear for me.
You're saying you can be a politician without playing politics?
Yes, I am. And that's what I aim to do. I hope to have an impact in the areas in which I'm really passionate and be able to bring a bit of a different perspective to Canberra.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
On this week's 60 Minutes podcast, Extra Minutes, why Ailey France will be such an influential politician in Canberra. When you meet her, she is very energetic, very amiable. Nothing's a problem. Her triumph comes out of a lot of hard work. She could be Australia's next female Prime Minister.
Yeah.
That's Extra Minutes, available now on the 60 Minutes Australia YouTube channel.